guys, welcome back to class. Today we're going to be doing Awakening to Your 10 Bodies. So this is a really great versatile set. So whether you're brand new to your practice or whether you're a little bit more advanced, you can always kind of tailor it to exactly how long you want to stay in each posture. So we're going to go through each different posture for about a little over a minute today. So you can always adjust if you're feeling like you want something a little bit more. You can actually hold nearly all of these postures for up to 3 minutes. So anywhere in between is totally fine, but we're going to breeze through them at about a minute apiece today. So let's first go ahead and get started by tuning in. So we'll find our nice comfy seat. Sitting straight up with a nice tall spine. The chest lifts just slightly and the chin tucks back. Then we'll start to bring the hands together, awakening and stimulating all the nerve endings in our palms. Then we'll bring the hands into the chest, into our prayer position. So the thumbs will tuck right into the sternum. Shoulders roll up and back. Sitting up nice and tall. Going through the Adi mantra 3 times. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And then we'll inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om deep and hold it. And exhale. And Satnam. So we're going to start this practice in stretch pose, everyone's favorite little core workout. So this one again, do the best that you can. There's several different adjustments. We'll start by getting set up on our back. So you can move any cushions or props that you may have. And you'll just come lying flat down. Your ideal scenario here is that your head will lift 6 inches and your feet lift 6 inches. So a couple things. You can always take the hands underneath your bum for a little more support. You can also leave the head laying down and just lift the feet if that's enough for you today. If that's still too much, you can also do 1 foot at a time. So we're just going to be here for about a minute today. And again, this is one that you can start with a minute and maybe work your way up to a little bit longer. And then once you find your perfect posture for today, we're going to go into a breath of fire. So I'm going to go hands under the bum. And I'm going to go for it. Remember, as you're going into this, you can always come down for a little break and then pop back in. We're only here for 1 minute, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're looking down at the toes if the head comes off the ground. Even inhale and exhale through the nose. We're halfway there. Seconds. go right into the next posture, which was just bringing the knees into the chest and then lifting nose to the knees. Breath of fire here. Keep going. Halfway there. That's 15 seconds. Inhale deep. Exhale, relax everything. Take a moment, let the breath return to normal. And then we'll come sitting back up into an easy pose. Okay, so once you get settled back into your easy pose, we're gonna go into an ego eradicator. So this one, we'll just tuck the fingertips into the pads of the hands. So almost like you're gonna make a little fist. And then the thumbs stay out. The hands are gonna go up to about 60 degrees. And then just focus on breath of fire here. Just about a minute, we're gonna be here today. You can always go 3 minutes with this one, and it feels really, really good. Just focus on the even inhale and exhale through the nose, and the navel will kind of work itself out. Inhale deep, reach up overhead. Thumb tips come together and fingertips stretch out straight. Inhale a little bit deeper. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, push all the air out. Pull the navel to the spine, pull the root lock and hold the breath out. So as if you had to go to the bathroom really bad and you're trying to hold it. Squeeze everything up the spine. Then inhale. Sweep the arms and relax. Good work. Okay, the next one we'll come into is a life nerve stretch. So we'll stretch the legs out into a wide V, just as wide as it's comfortable. And then we'll reach down for the toes if we can. If you can't grab your toes, you can always grab onto the ankles, behind the shins, even behind the knees is totally fine. And with this one, we're gonna do inhale, center. Nice tall spine, nice deep inhale, and then exhale to the left. Inhale, stretch back up in the center, and then exhale, come down to the right, and then continue. So a couple of things here, you just wanna let your breath be really nice and heavy, and that'll dictate the speed at which you're moving. Also, you want to keep your spine nice and straight and try to stretch down with the chest versus the head. As you start to get warmed up, you can go down a little bit further. But just let the power of the breath kind of help push you through. And then now we'll stay in the center, so inhaling up and then exhaling down to the center. Same thing here, try to keep the spine nice and long and tall, stretching down with the chest. And then you can use your arms to help you with a little bit of leverage to pull you deeper each time. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, press down all the way, press all the air out. Deepest stretch. And inhale, release. Slowly roll your way back up. And bring the feet back into an easy pose. They're a cross-legged position, or maybe a lotus or a half lotus. We'll begin a spinal flex. So for this one, you can just let your hands hang out right here on your shins, or you can go to the knees if that feels more comfortable. And you just simply want to inhale, press the chest forward, and then exhale, kind of cave back. Starting to open up down the spine. It should feel really, really good. So if it feels anything less than good, don't force it. Again, here, take the breath deeper, and you want to keep the chin level if you can, or as level as possible, so that you're not getting a ton of movement through the neck, it's really coming through the spine. Close your eyes and relax. Same thing here, you can take these to 3 minutes if you want. You can just set the timer on your phone, or just watch the clock if you want to go a little bit deeper into these. Inhale, center, sit up tall. And exhale, release. And then we're going to kick the feet around to come sitting on the heels. I'm going to take my cushion with me for a little bit of support. So if your knees aren't quite loving sitting on the heels, that's totally okay. So you can see I kind of have my cushion sitting on top of my feet so that I get a little bit of extra support and I'm not going down quite as far. You can always opt to just stay in easy pose, that's totally fine, but by switching positions, you're going to feel a little bit lower part of the spine start to open up. So the hands will just hang out here on the thighs, and then we'll go back to the spinal flex. Inhaling, pressing the chest forward, and then exhaling, caving it back. Nice deep breaths. For this one, as we start to get settled into our movement, let the eyes close and focus right here at the third eye, right at the brow point. Inhale, center, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, relax. Blink the eyes open. And the next one's gonna be a spinal twist. So we'll grab onto the shoulders, the thumb tips go in the back and the fingertips in the front. So we'll just inhale, twist to the left, exhale, twist to the right, and then just continue here at the pace of your own breath. Letting the depth of the breath kind of guide your pace. That's the most important thing, not how far you're twisting or how fast you're twisting. You may naturally gain a little bit of momentum as you start to loosen and open up the spine. Inhale, center. Exhale. Relax the breath. And for the next one, we're going to do kind of this shoulder motion where the inhale will come up, bring the wrists to touch if they can or as close to it, and then exhale down to the starting position. So it's gonna look like we're flapping our little wings. It's a quick movement. Just do the best you can. You don't wanna have to like be shoving your neck out of the way. So try to keep the spine as nice and straight as you can. So inhaling up, exhaling down. This one's really great for circulation, working the lymphatic system. As always, anything around the neck or under the armpits is particularly detoxifying. Deep breaths. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, relax. Good job. Okay, so the next one we'll do some arm pumps. So we're going to grab the hands together, interlacing the fingers. The left thumb comes on the top for women, the right thumb on the top for men. And we'll inhale all the way up overhead and then exhale down. It's definitely more important that you focus on the deepest breaths possible versus moving quickly through it. So inhaling nice and deep all the way up, and then exhaling down. Keeping the spine nice and straight. You can always slow down when you need to. Just keep the breath nice and deep, full breaths. The arms are staying straight as they go up and down, so keeping the elbows straight. Last couple times here. Inhale up. Exhale, release, let it go. Good work. Okay, the next one we'll do some shoulder shrugs. We can actually kick the feet around back to an easy pose for this one and get nice and comfortable. So once we're back in our easy pose, nice tall spine, the hands are just gonna hang out in the lap or on the knees, and we'll start by inhaling the left shoulder up, exhaling to the right, and then just continuing to switch, inhaling left, exhaling right. These are only a minute. This is one of the only ones where it's just a minute. So any of the other exercises that we've been through so far, you can go from 1 minute to 3 minutes if you want a little bit longer set. But these are just going to be for a minute. And again, these should feel really, really good. If there's anything that's really screaming at you or starting to cause pain, you can always be sensitive and honor that. So you would just not force anything. But otherwise, it's really good to kind of loosen up a lot of tension through the neck and shoulders. Also really great for practicing as a dance move. I'm into it. So inhale both. Exhale. And then we'll do the reverse of that. So inhaling now, the right shoulder comes up. Exhaling the left. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. So again, trying to keep the spine as nice and tall as possible, letting the movement be isolated through the shoulders. Letting the rest of the body relax. And then just keeping the breath nice and deep. Inhale, both come up. And exhale down. And then we'll continue there. Inhaling up. Exhale, let them drop. Both shoulders coming up on the inhale and then drop on the exhale. Get some really nice tension release here on the drop. So inhaling, we're stretching everything up, and then exhale, just kind of letting them fall. Last few times here. A little bit deeper breath. Last time, inhale deep. And exhale, relax. And that's it for the shoulders today. Next one, we're going to do some neck turns. So the hands can again just stay relaxed into the lap or onto the knees. And we'll inhale left, exhale right. Definitely important here not to force anything. So just let your own breath again take you through the movement and maybe build a little momentum as you go. So inhaling left, exhaling right. Sitting up nice and tall the whole time. Breathing nice and deep. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Good work. Okay, so for the very last exercise in this set, we're going to come up to some frog poses. So this one's really great pretty much any time of day. You can do it by itself. Really great if you're sitting for a long time or even standing for a long time. What it does is actually help to move the circulation through the lower part of the body and really stimulate all of that stagnant energy. So we'll come standing up, and then we'll be working with a squat variation here. So you want to have your feet into a V shape. So you can start by standing into a V, and then when you come down to a squat, you may need to kind of shimmy your feet a little bit closer together. So the heels should be touching and the toes are apart into a V shape. So this is going to be our resting position or our exhale position. We're going to inhale to lift the hips, straightening the legs, and then exhale back down. So you want to try to keep your face level or facing forward so that you're not getting dizzy or working the neck too much. So basically it's going to look a little bit like this. So it feels really good if you can kind of like drop your weight on the exhale. Definitely don't force anything over the knees here, so just take it easy. Definitely an A for effort counts on this one, so if your knees don't have a ton of strength right now, that's okay. We're gonna go for 54 frogs, which can be a lot if you're starting out, so feel free to drop that number in half or make any effort that feels like it's the right amount for you today. Okay, if you're ready, let's get started. So again, we're inhaling as we lift the hips, straighten the legs, exhaling to drop back down to our original position. Halfway there. Also feel free to take a break in between if you need to. If it's going to help you get to 54, then absolutely take a break for a second and then go back into it. Two more. We made it. Good work. That's going to be the last exercise in this set. Great job, guys. Take a few minutes to relax completely on your back. Just let everything go. Catch your breath. Settle in.